Alright, we are back. Marty is home from work and ready to farm with me. Anybody that happened to watch the video earlier where I was showing the ground modification, the deal is when you get to the multiplayer part of it, that mod just doesn't even show up that you can turn it on. And I saved that other map before I left. So I tried to put that up to see if Marty could go in there and see what I had changed, and it gave me an indicator that popped up, said something about zipping the folder or something, but the mod wasn't there again as I went to put it up as a multiplayer, so I just didn't even put it up. I'm assuming it's just not meant to work with multiplayer, so we'll survive without making roads, or we'll do it a different way. Well, this thing's still got water in it. I'm gonna let it down here till I can put all the water in this thing. Not that it really matters, but you see these containers are colored brown. That means it's hauled stuff in it that you probably wouldn't want interacting with any of the food type stuff. Basically, the only other place I take water is to the cows and to Borden's or the orchard. So we're not gonna take this stuff that's been in these brown containers. We'll just let it down here. This place just makes liquid fertilizer, which the fertilizer is made out of the digest that's held in these containers. The game doesn't simulate it, but if water would be mixing with whatever's in there, I'm not not putting it in where there's food stuff being made. So we're just gonna let this truck sit here. We got a dedicated water truck. I just wanted to fill that place up and already had that truck. What are you working on over there, Mr. Marty?
Let's see, a little poplar field and mostly field work right now.
Yeah, I was taking care of your field 79 there for quite a while. Hauled a good bit of loads of wood chips for
I
you.
see that.
Yeah, Kojin is actually full of wood chips for the first time ever.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I put 2 tipperfuls in the storage. I don't remember what this thing holds, but I was thinking it was 1,000,000, so hopefully we don't fill it up. And that wood chip storage thing you were talking about on the train, I don't know exactly what that is. I don't know if that's a sell point for wood chips, but it looks identical to this thing, and it really looks like you could dump stuff in it. So,
Oh, over there by the pigs, kinda?
yeah, when you first said about it, I figured it was just one of those buildings that looked like a building you could do something with, but it really looks like you could unload into it.
And I'm not sure, I haven't tried it, you know? I don't know. Have you tried it?
No, and my theory on it is that it could be a storage, but it could also be a sell point and potentially buy point. If you pull up underneath that thing and start loading wood chips when we'd never put wood chips in it, and you see money coming off of it, it could have maybe been a place to buy wood chips. Or it could just be a storage, I don't know. Some point in time we'll get over there and mess with it and see what it does. I think the way it looked, it's only accessible by the train. So what, that would have been on the red train, I guess. You said it was by the pigs. It's right there by that central transport place, right?
might be a little boring here until Travis gets back. He had to step away and tend to his young little daughter. But he'll be back, so he's riding along with an AI, chopping sticks, snipe hunting, so to speak. And seeing as I'm not streaming, I can't really show you what I'm doing, so you just kind of have to hang in there for a little bit, if possible. Meanwhile, that'll give you time to hit the like button or the thumbs up would always be appreciated. That's always good for him.
I'm back.
And if there's anything you guys want to see or anything, you can always comment there below. I'm sure Travis would be more than happy to look into that if time allows us.
Especially right now, I think I'm caught up. Farming till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Were you?
I don't know what time it was.
You must have been farming for a while. I watched it and I gotta admit, you know, how you can, my smart TVs, I can put it from my stream here onto a TV, you know? So
Oh
I
yeah.
put it on my bedroom one until I fell asleep. I have no idea where I quit watching because I was out once I was up there, but it's good to fall asleep too.
Well, nice to know that me farming puts Marty to sleep.
It does when I'm not in the tractor.
Yeah, once you took off, I don't really talk about much or anything. I'm just working.
Right on. See, there's a water tower here too. I'm always kind of curious if we could get water out of that thing.
I bet you
think
could fill
you
the train
could.
with it. But both those places are only accessible by the train, right? The wood chip and
Uh,
that?
this wood chip thing, I don't know if it does anything. I gotta get out and look at it 'cause the grates aren't on it. I don't know, man. I'm gonna try it though. Yeah. Well, it's got a spot for the tipper. For the train, it doesn't have a stop. You know what I mean? I think it's decoration, to be honest. But
It's right there where you're at.
yeah,
I'm gonna bring a train over there and just see if I can put water or anything in it. Get a look at Marty's greenhouses here on the right.
yeah. This is just decoration. You can't drop nothing in this.
What about the water thing? Same thing. I'm pretty sure it had water
I'll
things like
bet,
that on Goldcrest that you couldn't do anything with.
and I'll bet it is too. Yeah, there's no grate on it, which tells me it wasn't operable anyway. But
Well,
so
it has a
there's,
spigot that sticks out over the train though, right?
yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna go there and see if it gives me a load option. And not that it would matter
Otherwise,
now. We're good on wood chips for sure, but you remember when we were trying to get this map started, it was like wood chips. We need
well,
wood chips, and if
you
you can
still
buy them from there, That would have been a huge advantage to us when we started up.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna try it to see what it does.
I need a place to put these though.
Well, you got wood chips?
Yeah. I'm wondering if we should put it over there by the other one, just another one. I mean,
I
if
can
there's,
either do that or I can put one, if you plan on continuing to put that in there, in that field up there,
well,
we can just put a storage up there if you want.
and that probably wouldn't be a bad idea, you know?
Does that stuff regrow? Do you need to just spray that
No,
or
I
you gotta
don't think
replant it?
so. I don't know 100%.
I'm almost wondering if it regrows on its own. Might want to just let it go for a little
Well,
bit.
all right.
I would spray it though.
I'm gonna head back over to Allen Farm. We can just place one up there or something if you want.
Yeah, as soon as I get this train where I was trying to get with it, which I'm not
I
too
still,
far from.
it didn't necessarily have to be at Cogent, but it kind of makes sense if it was there.
Well, I was thinking we can just put one over there by your field 79. You can just unload right
All right,
into it, and then as we need it, we can move it.
that's true. We just keep that field up there dedicated for,
Well,
I think,
especially
one
if it
field.
regrows. If it regrows,
Yeah,
then you don't have to replant it. That would be huge. Alright, I'm coming up on this wood storage looking place. Oh, heck, the water thing's clear off the train tracks. Oh, I do remember this being on the default Goldcrest, this wood chip thing. Cause I got a damn tractor stuck in there or something. I was over there launching.
yeah. It doesn't have a grade on it.
Nah, that's why I got stuck in it. Yeah, it's not giving me a load or unload or any type of option here at the train. I think it's just there for looks and something to get stuck in.
Went to the wrong darn farm.
Nice.
Yeah, there was a train spot for that shell though, so obviously you can put fuel in that back thing
Yeah, I'm
for the
thinking it's
train.
pretty sure you can.
That's the only way you're gonna haul that. You ain't hauling it in the box. Unless it's in barrels. It might be. I don't
Well,
know.
you can load pallets of it.
Pallets of gas?
You can load it out of the storage that way. So I don't know if that's how you would load it out of shell to
Must.
put it on there or not.
Yeah, it's got to be in 55-gallon barrel then or something.
It says 5,000 liters. Just like all the pallets, it puts it in
Which,
an amount of
which
$5,000.
that's as big as a pig food thing. And I did, I did see we could take that pig food and put right in that silo. Just so you know. You know what I mean?
Yep. Man, you got a road that comes right out of here and goes right into that gypsum place.
Yeah, that's where
Which,
I've been
oh
going
man,
through.
I don't know if you paid attention to where I was going or not, but I was driving over
You're
mountains. That's
going
where
the
I was
other way?
trying to. That's what I was trying to make a road for, so yeah, this
Oh,
isn't
heck
too
no.
bad.
I cut right through there.
So I just need to find a place over in this direction to put this wood chip storage where you can still get on each side of it.
And as far as
You
that
alright
goes,
with
I
it
don't.
being closer to the gypsum place if I can put it back here somewhere and it's in a good spot?
Well, it's either that or even put it back on the farm somewhere. I don't care, wherever. Makes no difference.
Well,
Wherever you feel like it.
heck, our silos might end up holding
Nope, I
the
already
stuff.
checked
Oh,
our
did you?
personals. Now, I don't know, those green ones might. That's before we place. Should I check that? I'll check where should I check?
I don't think that thing's going to. I think it's just grass, hay, and straw in that thing.
Okay.
What about the train station? Have you tried putting it in there?
You mean the green ones? That's what I meant.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the silos that we placed in the grass. I
No,
gotcha.
no, no.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that's what
the
I was.
green train stations, it might go in there. I'm not positive.
Yeah, where's one close at over here by Allen Farm though?
Right
Is there
there
one?
by right there by the museum, Applebee's area. There has to be one right there because the trains intersect.
Oh, in town there, so to speak.
Yep, there would have to be one behind that.
All
And there
right,
is
I'll go look.
no flat place over here to put a wood storage on this road, so we might end up having to stick it on the other end of the field. Actually, what I'm thinking about doing is placing it over here and then cutting down trees to make it where you can actually get into it.
I'm on my way, so.
And you got that place almost empty right now. I think I'm just gonna wait to place the building and come over here and wipe some trees out.
Well, if I gotta drive a little bit, it ain't such a big deal. So,
Well, the
you
closer
know what I
I
mean?
go to that gypsum place, which is gonna be the way out and the way that you would come in here to get the wood chips to load them, it just keeps getting rockier and rockier. It's really
Right.
flat right on that road that's very first exits the field, but it's full of trees, so we could clear some trees out of there. That'd be the perfect spot for it, I think.
What? Either that or on the mountainside. Can you get it up against the mountainside? No, that the to the left as I'm seeing the screen. The left mountain bank, edge of the map, so to speak. Because that road, I always going up and down the field, not, you know what I mean? Yeah, that way. I mean, I don't know how far to the left you can get. Even on that side of the field would be okay, because you know what I mean. If we go up and down it, not side.
That is true.
You know what I mean?
Then it
Yeah,
wouldn't interfere with that other road. We'd never be on
yeah.
this road.
As
Probably
long
turn
as
it
I can get
around so
to
the
it.
spout's
Yeah,
the other way,
we can
right?
always drive through the field, dude, if we need to. To get the shit out of it. Don't matter. I'm coming in backside gypsum.
Man, this end down here has a lot of room. Put that loading platform right on the road and have the spigot sticking out where it's not even in the field because the road turns away from the field more down here.
Yeah, if we were to cut some of these trees right down here, right at the end, right up next to these mountains, would be perfect, wouldn't it? Really, this little area.
Yeah, I didn't mind it
But
back there either.
shit, it don't matter, dude. Wherever you feel like putting it.
Still think without
Even with
bringing
those.
anything over here to cut down trees, this is probably the area here.
This area down here seems a little wider. I don't know if you see me or not, but right over
Yeah,
here, I'm headed
that's
there.
exactly where I'm at.
Oh, are you right here? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This down here, there's enough room where I can keep the spigot out of the field or the loading area.
Heck yeah, I just line that up with the road just like you're doing. That's fine. Line it up right up with the road.
Oh, I killed some of your field, I think.
What? That's alright. That's still, I don't know why it did that, but it's a little crooked. You want to keep it? Just saying.
Man, I don't like how it knocked out part of the field anyhow.
Want that out of there? It's growing up through it too. I don't like that either. Let's find us another spot. Hmm. Man, I don't know.
Like I said, we can just wait until we knock some trees down over there. Like if you want, you can just take it to the storage at Cogent, unless it wasn't full or anything, was
Shoot.
it?
Is there storage at Cogent? Or we got that. We got to check that grain place or the train spot first, right? You said there's
Yeah,
one
you
over
can.
there. Might not need it at all, really.
I'm gonna keep an eye on your harvester here, because I bet he stops when he gets to that place where I killed the trees.
I wonder if you could stick it on gypsum cement stuff up here.
I
You know what I
can.
mean? Can you really?
Yeah.
Put it.
I'd rather just clear trees out of there. I don't really want
Yeah.
to go in there and.
You don't want to do that.
No, we'll end up buying that place, and then we'll be like, who the hell's idea was it to put this wood chip storage building
Yeah,
over here in the
right.
way? I mean, heck, we could hand cut down.
I got a phone call. Be right back.
Gotcha. I mean, really, if we didn't feel like bringing equipment over here, it's not really that far. There's equipment over there at Cogent. But if we didn't feel like it, we could get the chainsaws out, cut down a couple trees right there and make room for that thing. Have it not interfere with the field or one of these factories. But you can see down here where I placed it originally, the wood chip storage building, it completely took the crop out of the ground. There's nothing sticking up. This did go where the AI is right here. That went the whole way across. I figured he'd probably stop on his own right there.
I'm back. Okay. Yeah, we do have this one over here. I'll bet it holds it.
if you're able to put it in there, I bet we're able to make pallets of wood chips then too, because I bet it can go down in that storage.
And it takes them. We do not need that wood storage thing. We'll just use this. Right? It's close enough, really.
Yeah.
Can we deliver it on the train from here there? You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Ooh.
Yeah, we can take it and drop it at Cogent. And we should be able to sell it from there, so we end up with a pile of wood chips, or we end up getting a huge order for wood chips and we have a bunch of it in storage, we'll be able to do something with it.
Yeah, this actually works pretty good. I don't know, we might have to buy old Dipson. It's looking pretty appealing to me.
Ready to make some drywall, are you?
I know all about drywall, unfortunately.
Well, hopefully this tipper doesn't get full, and if it does and you have this tipper dedicated to this harvester,
Yep.
just let it on there, I guess, with a little bit in it once we switch, but you're gonna have to dump one more load for sure. This thing's about full, 20,000 away. Don't get too close, he'll end up starting shooting stuff in here. You won't have an empty tipper. I don't think he would do it unless he filled this one up, but I noticed that this thing gets to like 194, 196, somewhere around there.
Don't
And
stop.
I'm not controlling it. Got GPS on, man. The tractor does what it wants to do.
Gotta have some fun. You gonna be able to finish up with that one?
I'm pretty sure. I think I can even go around and get all the stragglers. Yeah, but I'd consider spraying this field and seeing what the outcome of it is.
You think that'll grow, huh? Because it plants them with leaves and shit on them, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Probably doesn't.
Any of you guys know that are watching on about poplar? Do you have to cultivate and replant that field with something, or can you fertilize it, or will it grow?
I think it's the first time that we've actually harvested poplar into wood chips where we were ready to do something with it afterwards. I don't think we ever finished a whole field before, but we'd always find a new map.
I'll switch you tippers here when you're done there. Just drop it and I'll take it.
Couple little twigs sticking up down at the other end of the field. You don't care? Or you want me to go get it?
Go ahead. I don't care.
This thing isn't fast, but man, it definitely makes good power and pulls this tipper good. Where you want this thing? Back at Allen Farm?
Yeah. Just shove it anywhere you want in there. I've been putting
That's
that
what
kind
she
of stuff
said.
in the half round.
Yeah, if you're not using those big X cargos to mow grass, it wouldn't be a bad idea if you want to switch the regular Big X 1100 out for this thing with the tracks on it to mow grass with, if the header will go on there, which I'm sure it's got to. It's a 4-inch harvester header.
Oh, same. Yeah, grass mowing head will work on that too.
Yeah, I think this thing's got to be more stable.
It is. The tracks, man.
Yeah. I still don't know that you'd put 200,000 liters worth of silage in one of these things and move it
No,
around with this, but
that was just a test.
I would try it with as stable as what it was with those wood chips on there.
I still think it's going to raise the front end, but
Well, whenever I get back here, if you got enough silage in one of these things to unload it, I'm gonna try it, and then I'll just let it sit at your BGA where you can dump it in there. Just have to wait for
there
a little bit
should
of
be
time to
some
go by.
silage that needs shuffled anyway.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot. See if we can't get this thing trying to ride a wheelie.
Yeah, we're already going to have 400,000 liters of wood chips in this green one over here.
I'm assuming it holds 500,000.
I don't know. Probably.
I bet. But if it goes in that one, it
Might
definitely
go
goes
more.
in the big storage. And the big storage is 10 million, so all we gotta do is move stuff around. This map kind of forces you to use the train, which Marty and I are coming to find
I
is
like.
pretty freaking cool. Like,
I like the fact that it forces you to. He don't really force you. You don't have to. But it's like, why not when you can haul the volume, you know?
yeah. Well, before, we would play with the trains every now and then, just because we could. Sometimes it was actually beneficial when we were using it to move something, but for the most part, especially not on a 4x map and where there was only one train and it only got you so close to whatever. The biggest problem that we found with a lot of those trains in the maps was the fact that no matter what you did, it only went to a train station, which meant you needed a truck over there to haul it anyhow. So all you were doing was hauling it in there, dumping it, and then taking it somewhere, unloading it into that train station, and then have to reload it with a truck anyhow. By the time you did all that, you could have just drove there. I'm sure there's some people that are using these auger wagons that they probably park the train somewhere and unload their harvester maybe right into it, or unload the harvester into that auger wagon and then put it into it. I'm assuming that would have to probably be beneficial too. Marty and I still haven't done that. This train puts the trains in connection with your silos at your farm, all but two of them. So, for the most part, now that we're kind of forced to use the train, or the train is a little more accessible, it's definitely a really neat feature. I'm kind of anxious to see if this thing moves with this on here. If it does, I'm probably getting rid of,
All the crones.
yeah, I'll probably keep two of them and maybe still use them to harvest cotton and lavender. I'll keep them
Hmm.
two big cargo ones, but the actual, just the regular big X1100, I'll get rid of them and uh, color code my mowers. It's got 122 in it and moves pretty freaking good.
Hey, you want to make a move on the what was the grain mill?
Waiting for harvest over here at my end. Get all this grain harvested and storage.
All right.
We'll look at the map here, but
Can't remember if I can keep potatoes in mine or not. I can't
I
remember. I
think you
think so.
can.
I think so too.
Yeah. Most of my stuff is dark green right now, so we shouldn't be too far away from harvest time. And I really think we should wait on that so that we have plenty of green. I looked at the storage. We got a good bit of it now. You know how quick some of these factories burn through stuff. I think we need to have some in reserve.
Mm-hmm. Got the potatoes out of there.
Alright, we're about to test this thing. 200,000 liters worth of silage, which in the, Marty and I have used that big X1100 Crone for a long time. Like the map, that mower head that Marty has sitting over here in my way is the biggest reason why we used it, because it matched the mower head and it was wider than the New Holland one, and it made more power. But when we had 200,000 liters worth of silage in this tipper and had it hooked to that thing, it looked like a dinosaur on crack. You know, the thing just kept raising up. It would not move. You had to back up to get it to move, so you had to try to back it everywhere. And you were balancing it on the front tires. Now this thing isn't great. You can see that it shoves the front whenever you try to turn real sharp with it. Basically, you just back up and get it closer to pointed straight where you're going, and it'll do it, which the big X1100 would not. So I think we found our new mower. We're typically not going to have anything in this thing as heavy as silage. I'm betting when it's just full of grass and as good as what it moved with wood chips, that it's going to do really good for mowing grass compared to the other one. But yeah, your fermenter wasn't active because it was full of silage, so now your thing's sitting here where as it digs stuff down, it'll take 50,000, come back and tip it every now and then, and it should take 50,000 out of it till you empty this tipper. But now that I just found what I found, I'm getting rid of these crones that I got. this one here is the cargo. And I don't know. Honestly, I'm thinking about getting rid of this thing too. I think we're going to. So we're still going to need that lavender head. Look in the store real quick and see what the options are for a head that mows grass. I'd like to be able to color code it to my tractor. Six meters. The crone, it's the same as this. It's 6.2 meters. So I'm gonna end up getting a grass head just for this that I can paint the same color as I decide to paint it.
Heck yeah. Can't be clashing. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, when it has that lavender head on, it's gonna be what it is, unless we want to make our own lavender harvester and color it purple, which I might even consider doing. But we're gonna get this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of both of these. As you see it sitting here, I don't know how hard it is or easy it is to tell on the stream, but every time you steer with it, the back end of it just decides that it wants to just kind of slide and move on its own. It does this while you're trying to unload into the tipper or whatever, so we're just gonna get rid of all these things.
Be right back, Travis.
I got you, man. Oh, need to pay attention when we're going a little better. Yeah, we got that guy following us. Any of these things that we need to pick up on the way, he will get to follow us. Say the one at the cows is probably close enough, we can just let it come back on its own. But we're going to take these to the store and trade them in on some New Hollands. And it looks like my follower somehow got stuck already. I'll go ahead and try to get them to follow us again. Some vehicles just don't follow very well, so they get stuck again real easy. Just drive them there individually. Well, looks like he's doing a pretty good job of following now, so turned around before I passed the store. take this one back over here to the Roberts farm. Purple's definitely not my favorite color. Just like to color code stuff closer just so I know where it goes. And I figured we were gonna make this one purple to come over here because sometimes it'll have the lavender head on it. There's no changing the color of it. Don't think the purple color's that close to this, but whatever. The green one's gonna look really funny when it's got that purple lavender head on it.
Got a purple one?
Yeah, see my lavender head sitting there, so I got a purple tractor for, or a purple harvester for the lavender head, and then it's got a purple grass mowing head too.
Purple grass mowing head for it?
Yeah, because remember whenever we got this pack, I told you that it came with all the headers that you can color code to them, so able to make the tractor purple, make the header purple. So right there, the one on the right there is going to mow grass, the one that's the exact same color as the tractor. And then you can easily tell the chrome one because it's got like the tan on the sides of it, but we'll still need that tan one to do lavender and cotton. But I'm not keeping any of the chromes, even the cargos. I'm just gonna get rid of all of them and just use this thing, crawler track. Don't steal my green one. I got a green one sitting up there. Somewhere in here is a big X1100 cargo. You can see it is right there. Should have probably bought tippers for these things. But this is
Potatoes are not accepted here.
the train. Take them up there to that train station.
Yeah, that's real close to me anyway.
Yep. If we have to, we'll get another tipper down here. I'll take something faster up there to bring it down here. And probably the other two of them that I replaced. I'll just go ahead and put tippers on, but I already drove that one down here without it. It's going in the building.
Yeah, truth be known, why would I use my silo when I have this one this close to this farm? You know what I mean? Over here at Evans.
I tried to tell you that to begin with.
Man, that's kind of silly. The other one's got close ones too.
Well, at Evans, it makes sense to use your silo, but that's what I try to tell you about where your right farm is. That you might as well just
Yeah,
use that other thing as your
green.
silo, because then you can
Yeah.
get on and off the train. But heck, at Evans, you can get onto the you can load onto the train from there. So it's really whichever one's closer. If you are closer to your silo, then go ahead and dump it in there because you can get it out with the train anyhow. Now that I think about it, I already have tippers back there for the other ones, so we'll let this one here, and it can be the one that goes over there to the farm where I forgot to put one. I'm gonna go around and check on the sawmills, and then if you want, I'll start swapping out your crones for New Hollands if you want.
Okay. I'm thinking about going oilseed radish over here at Evans Farm this whole round, trying to let it all. I mean, we got some stuff in our elevators, right?
Yeah,
Crops and stuff.
especially them fields you just bought.
But yeah, right.
Like I've already done all my fields, but if I buy a new one, I'm gonna start it off with that again.
Well, I'm gonna need a little coin. I'm gonna have, since I expanded, I think I need another harvester, but I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna look through everything thoroughly. Yeah, if you want to swap me out for, I don't know, I think I need a lavender and a grass head at each farm, other than there's already one set at the right farm. You can leave that ground there. I don't care about that one.
That's the only crone
Uh,
you own is just one at the right farm?
no, I think I have one at every farm, I think.
Yeah, I'll just
Three
swap
of
them
them.
all.
All right. I suppose lavender head would be in order at every place too, I suppose, huh?
If
Just
you
in
want,
case.
I've already got it planted. If you don't already have some planted, you don't necessarily have to do it at every farm. If
I
you
already
already
have some.
you got it at every farm?
I think there was some. I can't remember where it's all at, but
I'll
there.
look
I
on the
know I
map
have.
here.
I know I have one, and I might have harvested the one at Wright Farm, but I know I have one over here at Evans. But over at Evans, I'm trying to turn that into root crops and some wheat and stuff for the grain place. Or maybe I should switch that, make root crops over at Allen with wood chips, because the root crops are probably going to go to Del Monte now that I think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it needed potatoes and carrots and
Right. That's root crops, what I call it anyway. So I'm thinking I'm going to shuffle all the root crop stuff over to Allen's farm. And that leaves, 74, 5, 6, and 7 for the root crops, and then the top two for wood chips, right?
yep.
That would work for that. So I'm going to let Evans just kind of get to the point where I can start planting oilseed radish, get it good and fertile before we take off again. Because that one needs to be grain if we're going to own that grain mill, right? Closest.
Yep.
Sweet, a white one?
Yeah, it's over here at the cows. White with
Heck
black
yeah.
wheels, gray logos.
Heck yeah. You can color coordinate me, I don't care.
Yeah, that thing was cool.
I actually like that white one.
You happen to know if you got these things sitting outside or if they're inside? Your mowers?
I get them in my half rounds at the farms. I don't think the sticks are growing back, dude. That's why we gotta buy them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I do have a nice chunk of lavender up here too. I didn't forgot. I'm gonna go oilseed radish on a lot of this stuff here. Get it good. And, you know what I mean? Start off fresh. We haven't done it yet on this map. I haven't.
Yeah, like I said, I had everything oilseed radish that I owned. Alright, you already got a lavender head over here at Wright Farm, so I'm just gonna take the regular grass head and this thing, get rid of it. What color you want down here?
Where you at?
Right.
Right farm?
I think you got white Fendt tractors here.
Yeah, go ahead. And can you do a white one there?
Yeah, you want, what color wheels you want on it? What logos?
Um,
You got choice of gray or blue logos and any choice of wheel color.
do gray.
You want gray wheels and logos?
Yeah.
There's
Got
Marty.
got some soybeans here.
Get the hell
You
out
got
the
room?
way. We weren't both gonna fit through that railroad crossing
Nope,
for
we
sure.
both gave way there.
That was a
I'm gonna
game
try to
of
keep.
unchicken.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna keep stuff for my pigs at the right silo, but that's the only thing I'm gonna keep in that silo from here on. You know what I mean?
I still think you ought to keep it at the train
All of
place
it
right across the street from the pigs.
from the pigs. There's one there too.
Right there by that central transport building, there's a train station there. As soon as
I'll
you
go
make
for
it
a
right.
look. The red one? No, that's
Yeah,
green.
there's where the red
South
train
Point,
rail
isn't
is.
it?
Back into your left. You get back by the
My
rail
left.
somewhere. Yeah.
Well, there's a grain place here, but I thought this was a sell point. This isn't red.
No, no, the sell point is the one that says Central Transport on it. There's a storage building to your right.
All right.
Yeah, where the train
It
goes
says
through right there.
Goldcrest Pacific Grains. What it says. The sell point's got yellow in there. Where's the other one at? What's
Let me
this
look.
place at the top? All right. What's this place up here at the top of the hill? Central Transport.
That's a sell point for sure.
That's the sell point.
Yeah, right here under warehouses. Goldcrest Pacific Green is on our warehouse list.
Okay, I'll go ahead and dump it in there. It just has a yellow trigger in there. That's why I was a little concerned.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they all do. It just detonates the drop point. Damn, I passed where I was going.
Okay, that's gonna be the new one then.
Yeah, that's closer to the pigs than what your silo is, and
Heck yeah.
if you want to do anything with the train of what you put in there, you can do it without moving it.
Right on. Looks like when I catch up and I'm slow, I can move everything out of the farm silo. No need for it.
Alright, I would be back here in just a second. I gotta turn some air conditioning on. Yeah. Alright, I'm back.
Mm-hmm. This Evans farm, sprawling farm, got pretty good sized fields. Must have did all right, know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Before we took over. Now it's doing awesome.
Well, that guy was losing all his equipment in the woods.
Right. We claimed it all back for him, but we didn't give it to him.
Alright, I'm gonna have you all taken care of it right here with getting you switched out. I gotta go check on these sawmills, and
Yep.
I really need to check on the pallet making places because I haven't turned on any auto load trailers. I bet they're sitting there full. Which at this point that really wouldn't be a horrible thing because they seem to be burning through boards faster than we can produce them. Like, uh, so if they were sitting there filled up for a little bit, that just means there's more boards being made. All right, you're Your big X 1100 here at the right farm wasn't in the half round. It was in one of these square buildings. So I'm
Oh,
gonna put this thing back where it was.
I
Well, I guess we got caught up with the sawmills and everything quicker than what I thought. See, there's not a lot of boards sitting there waiting. Not out of wood chips, and none of the pallet making places had completely stopped, so we're good. You got the stream up.
yeah.
forgot about something that I did last night, but I'm gonna go, as soon as I get done here with these wood chips, I'm gonna go get it up on the screen so you can see our new mega pallet haulers.
Alright. I'll be right back. Nice. You just need another semi-trailer on it.
Well, you
That'll
can't,
look
then you would need
better.
a dolly.
You do?
Yeah, you're not gonna hook to the back
Oh,
attacher.
oh, oh, I see
Yeah,
what you're
that's why the
saying.
green trailer is back there, because it's hooked to a back
Yeah,
attacher.
that works good.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do here is hopefully demonstrate how it goes on the trailer out of here, and then we're just gonna come back and put it right back in here. But I'm gonna try to get both these
Yeah,
trailers full.
yeah, let's see it. I like those semis though. They're cool looking.
I can't drive my camera view like that, but for whatever reason, didn't want to pick up this thing at chair. So apparently the semi-trailer has to be a little closer.
Yeah, I see that.
Still not quite full. But yeah, now both trailers full. We're gonna go drive around a little bit, make sure that it's alright, but from what I've seen people doing with this truck, say we're probably good.
Well, you could deliver some stuff that way.
Yeah, and that's what I was figuring with this produce stuff down here. You know, we can't get this produce on a train. Apparently you still gotta be careful. Woo! I'm about to flip stuff over there, but we're good. Uh, with us not being able to put this produce stuff on a train, you know, I wanted to be able to find a way that we could haul more of it, and this is definitely the answer. We could have done stuff with dollies and stuff. I don't prefer to use dollies if we don't have to. So yeah, you pull up like that, that one goes in. Now that stuff goes in, so it definitely works. That's the purpose it was intended for, was to be able to haul a bunch of that stuff, and it does that. Yeah, I got us each one. Here's is blue. It's inside the half round here. Figure as far as bringing it down here, if you have to, you can come get this truck.
Yeah, I'm cool with
But
that. Leave it there.
yeah, you still got your regular green trailers up there to haul it down here. But when we go to haul it somewhere to meet a demand, if we have to, these trucks are gonna come in big for that, especially if we both jump on them and haul it all there. Have 4 trailer fulls at once. Or you could even do a follower, I guess, if you trusted the follower to not crash stuff. And now it's all back in storage.
Getting bad lag here.
See if that helped any. I closed the buildings up here. Do you want a whole nother New Holland harvester at the Allen farm, or do you just want an orange grass mowing head for the one with the tree harvester head on it?
I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
As long as what it takes for them trees to be ready to harvest, I'd say you're probably better off just having a head for that one instead of having two of them to worry about putting away or finding a spot for.
Alright.
You need a lavender head up there too.
Yes.
What color harvester do you want for your Evans farm?
Hmm. Suppose we could do yellow, I guess. Be right back.
So I've never used these trailers before. I have no idea if that thing is going to stay on there or try to fall off there or exactly how it works, but if I don't do this, I end up making a lot of trips back and forth. Hopefully it just stays on there. And the reason why I'm loading this orange header on is because I'm going to take all this stuff back to Marty's other farm. Now we're going to go try to drive over some mountains because I went the wrong way. Really good test to see how that header trailer holds up and to see how powerful this harvester is, which apparently it is not powerful enough. Alright, we're just probably going to go back and go the right way. This just isn't working. I think we've just found a vehicle though. Nice. Oh, look at this. Go find where this train track goes, but I'm betting as long as the train doesn't kill us, we'll be alright going this way. Apparently the header trailer works pretty good though. You see there's an arrow right there in the middle of the header and the little red thing that I guess you line it up with, and if you get it sitting on there, on that spot, it appears to stay on there. You back, Marty?
Yeah, I didn't realize I had the boom above my head, so I've been back for a bit.
I'm taking your orange mowing head over here, and if you see, I got
Alright.
you, this header trailer holds the lavender head, so make less
Cool.
trips. I went ahead and got that header trailer. And, instead of going with a yellow harvester, I got you this cool looking blue color. I think it's cool looking anyhow.
Alright.
Some white wheels on it, something a little different. But the header's back there to match it, and I'll hook a lavender head to one of these trailers, and then this one will come over to your Evans farm, and I'll take your Big X 1100 from over there. Then we'll be done moving these things around. This header trailer is awesome though. because really the only way to transport these things is either on that header trailer or on the front of this harvester that goes 26 mile an hour. So at first I started driving away from the store. I just went the wrong way. First I started driving away from the store with just this orange head on, and I was going to bring it over here and then go back and get a lavender head and bring it up here, and I thought about that header trailer, so I'm saved us big time.
I got a phone call. I'll be right back.
Yep. last forage harvester on its way to be delivered. You back, Marty? Once I get this thing over here to Marty's other farm, I'm gonna check on the progress of my fields and see if I got any field work to do. I don't think that we've used this header before, so I just want to make sure that it did mow grass. It would have been a little late to find out that it didn't, being that we got all these harvesters and headers back at the farms now, but it works, so we don't have to worry about it. Alright. Well, what Marty, where his big X1100 is for up here, or if he has one, but this building's empty, so we're just going to stick this in here for now. If I seen a grass mountain head lying around somewhere, I believe it could be in one of them square buildings. But I know for sure.
I'm back.
You got a big X1100 up here at Evans?
I used to. I don't know. It's in one of these half rounds. I'm pretty sure I kept all that big stuff up
No.
there in them.
I looked, the one half round building was completely open, nothing in it
Hmm.
whatsoever, and the other one I opened up, it's not in there.
I must not, I guess.
I don't see one. I checked every building you got up here. Unless you got it hiding somewhere. So, that one half round building was completely empty. I just put it in there. The New Holland one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you ever had any grass fields on this side, did you? You were just mowing with that big extended mower over there probably, and we got rid of all them.
Probably.
Oh, do me a favor, type something in the chat if you can. Did you hear
Sorry,
me, Marty?
I could barely reach
Oh, I
it.
got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Sweet. You are now a moderator.
Awesome.
Can't have this dirty tipper hooked to our new harvester we haven't even used, so gotta wash it. Alright, now we got a tipper over there hooked to that thing. We are done messing around with these grass mowing things. And go see what work we need to do.
Say what? You're gonna what?
Just go check it on some fields. You know, some of them crops up here that it never gets completely dark orange, so I got ones that are in the second stage that are crops that only went to the second stage before, so kind of think that they're done at that.
I'm wondering if that's the AI planted stuff.
No, because this next one, Field 55 is the one that I'm talking about right now, and I definitely planted that 100%. I know for sure that cotton and lavender, I let them things go forever. They're not getting past 83. When they get to 83, I start cutting them.
Yep. I think I'm seeing the same thing. Man, it ain't ever. What the heck? 83. It's called 85.
And a lot of the other stuff appears that it goes to 85. Alright, now we got a dirty tractor with a brand new tipper up top. And I will be back in just a second.
Yes, sir.
And I'm back. Well, here I'm going to check on this field, but it's just in the first stage of being ready to harvest, so I don't think it's going to tell us that this one's at 85 and it's ready or anything like that, but we're going to look at it. This says 71% and the ready is in like the, it's kind of like yellowish colored, so it's definitely not green.
Huh.
And a whole lot of hemp in that field. No idea what we're going to do with all that besides put it in storage, but there is going to be a lot of it.
You playing a big one?
56. Probably more hemp than anybody would ever need, but we did it.
Got a railroad going to Colorado?
I'm hoping it exports that far. I don't know exactly where this farm is supposed to be taking place, but we better not have any choppers flying overhead. Better just stay out of that damn drone. Alright, so I think this field is rice. That's what it is. It's rice and it says 85% and it says ready and green.
Yep.
We kind of thought the last time that this only went so far because the AI had planted the field and didn't fertilize it. Well, I oil seed radished this thing and fertilized it, and it's still, I think 85% is where it's gone, no matter what. Here is a lavender field that we had already cut. This is 50% and growing. I don't know what the stipulation of this of if you got to plow this under every so often and get another good harvest out of it, or you know, we're just on single stage fertilizing, so we'll keep an eye on these fields, try to remember what they gave us, which I'm pretty sure this field right here was really close to 100,000, so if it only yields 50,000 liters next time, then we know that we need to do something different, but it was resprayed, fertilized after it was harvested. Same with the cotton and the lavender on the other side. It appears to work a lot like grass, where it's just, you mow it with that head and it grows back. This cotton looks like it is taking off. Yeah, it's ready again. 83% ready, it says. Right. So we're going to use this thing and harvest cotton and see if it looks like it has anything coming out the chute or if it just kind of appears in the trailer because the big X cargo pack, it filled a trailer up, but you couldn't actually see any type of crop or anything coming out of it. Yeah, this harvester shoots cotton out of it, so that's cool. And you can see on the map the cotton is only in the first stage of yellow. I guess that's all the further it's going to go. It's always so hard to tell what is dark orange on this map whenever there's not something else close to it that's dark orange, but missed a spot of this field down here in 45 that is wheat or barley or something, and take the harvester back down there and do it. I just planted the same thing beside it. It's not gonna wilt, so uh, that's what it looks like when it's dark orange, and nothing on this map so far looks like that. I don't know if I should let that cotton go anymore or not, but kind of thought the last time it at least changed to this color, but it says 83% and ready. One swipe was about 14,000 liters, so I really think that it's ready. I don't think it's going to do anything different if we wait. By the looks of it, it looks like you got one lavender field up at Allen Farm
Yeah.
77. You got a big cotton field up there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got another cotton field at 22. I think that's all of those crops that you have. But
Mm-hmm.
you're still set. You got both heads at each farm.
Cool.
And I'll let you know if I find something as far as if it seems like we need to plow that stuff up to get the same type of yield out of it, but really the cotton here is doing really good. And I didn't do anything but
After
spray
not
it.
replanting? Okay. Spray it.
And how, like I said, to look at it on the map under growth, it's not even, it's still in the first stage of yellow, so, but it's on 83%. Your field 22 and 74 is in the same phase of yellow or harvest or whatever. I'm gonna jump out and check it out. Yeah, it says 83% and ready. If you want, let one of these fields go a little bit longer and see if it changes anything. You planted these, right?
I don't know which ones you're talking about, dude.
I think 22 you almost had to, because I think it's one of the fields you were having problems with.
Yeah, I've redone that one. I've got them 23, 22, and 24 finally got straightened out.
Yeah, if you can, let this field here go for a little bit and see if it changes
Oh,
off
yeah.
83.
Oh, it's still yellow, right?
Yeah, but like I said, the default cotton and stuff, like I never got it to go past this. It never went past
Oh, okay.
83. But I think it did turn at least to the second stage of yellow on the map. But, you know, with the way this map is and these other mods, who knows how the stuff works together. That number in ready might not mean a damn thing as far as what it says on Farmer's Touch to us. But I do know that we waited an awful long time trying to get that stuff into the third stage of growth, and it just did not seem like it was happening, so we eventually went and harvested it. You know, Farmer's Touch, typically if it says green and it's ready, you think you're ready to harvest. Now I do think even the grain fields and stuff that we do know that goes to 100%, it tells us green and ready at 85%, but if you wait, it does go to 100. If anybody else knows any better than we do on the map, if the stuff goes to 100% and we're just not waiting long enough, feel free to let us know. I swear, some of that stuff, it seemed like we were waiting, you know, longer than we should have. We eventually just went and got rid of it. Yeah, your field 74 says the exact same thing, 83 and ready.
It's
I don't
gotta
know.
be
I already
it,
started
then.
harvesting mine, so I'm gonna let them keep going at
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah, I ain't waiting anymore on mustard. Fuck. Mustard fills that harvest strip so fast.
yep. Man, I like being able to put colors on those freaking forage harvesters so much that we might just have to try to find, you know, nothing special, just the default harvester that we use for everything, just in a multicolor pack, so we can color
Yep.
the stuff.
I'm up for some John Deere harvesting, man. Shoot. What I'm saying. Them are spendy ones.
Do they make a modded John Deere that's as big or bigger than
Oh
this?
yeah. Oh yeah. They make a cat too. A cat. I know that Nick guy had one that actually harvests really fast. I don't want that though. I think that's kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I
It
said. We
rubs
don't
me.
need one that's super fast or makes a bunch of
Yeah.
power or anything. I'd be happy,
Just
you know,
colors.
if you want, we can get a John Deere one too. But I really like the New Holland. I just like how the forage
Yeah.
harvester we were able to pick the colors of it.
Yeah. If we can get a color thing of that, I'm fine with that, dude. I don't care.
But we don't have any John Deere tractors on here, and I think Marty has found some good mods, but the original, the first couple John Deere mods that we got, I guess just weren't done very good. Nothing against the people doing it, because I can't make anything. So, uh, you know, they worked. They seemed to lag us a little bit, and you know, we just had some issues that we just hadn't put. We got rid of all those tractors, but Marty's a John Deere guy, so he's always checking out the John Deere mods, and apparently there's been some good ones that we just haven't put in here because we kind of thought for a while that the more mods you put in the game, the better chance there was of it glitching or lagging or doing something, and I still believe that could be true, but when it comes to vehicles and us having all these buildings to put stuff away in, this map just doesn't seem to matter. We've been turning on mods like crazy. We got different vehicles sitting around out there with auto-load trailers on, and don't get me wrong, we get some lag, but I mean, we get some lag when we very first start a map and have 3 vehicles on it. It all depends on how the servers are working that day, so we might check into some John Deere stuff again. Doubt Marty's gonna find any John Deere tractor that he decides to replace his Fendt 1000 with, or the 6-wheeler. But he'll probably have some John Deere harvesters. That Fendt 1000 is just too cool of a tractor to get rid of it.
Yeah, you know it.
Finally, some field work to do. And again, I'm not waiting around to see if this stuff gets to 100%. I'm doing it now. If I had 10 other fields that were ready that I knew were where they were supposed to be and for sure ready, I'd be harvesting them first, but I'm all caught up and want something to do. And you can see this is the harvester that I just started. Yeah, just came over here and started them. Rice yields a lot. It's got it. This is a small field, really small field. I'm gonna show it to you on the map. This one right here, 55, a really, really small field. Uh, it didn't even make one pass through there with the harvester. 14,500 liters before it was full and waiting for me to unload it. So, if you're gonna do this map, you're gonna do rice. If you put it in a really big field, you're gonna be unloading a harvester non-stop for quite a while. I bet we'd find out real quick what the rate was that you needed to harvest it if we turned welding on. Because it would go from a certain percentage to,
Yep.
now you're screwed. I don't really feel like doing it and losing any of the crops because we're just not that stockpiled with the crops right now. So we're not going to do that, but at some point we might. And that's what would make it, for us, not knowing, that's what would make it really hard on this map if you had welding on, is the fact that you really just don't know. You could go out and check out your rice here and it'd be on 85% and think, oh, I'm good, I don't even gotta look at that for the rest of the day. Come back to it, check and see if it's ready, and all of a sudden the stuff be wilted and not even be able to get anything out of it besides now you fertilize the ground whenever you cultivated it back in. Oh, and just so you know, Marty, I'm thinking that we're gonna have to start fertilizing the fields with slurry.
You got a bunch? That's cool. Let's get a
Well,
slurry spreader.
there's nowhere to get rid of it.
Yeah, well, that's what we need to do then.
You look at that
I'd
cow
say,
menu, buddy.
you
There's
know what I say
500 and
we
some
get?
thousand liters of freaking slurry
You
in
know what
there.
I say you get one of them homers. You know what I mean?
We can either get that or we can get the big pull behind one, and I'll pull it up here so you can check
You
out your
get two
stream.
of them, just keep them full. That'd be all right. I'm up for it.
Uh, yeah, there's the Homer thing. It holds 21,000 liters in this thing. The thing that goes on the Homer, and then this thing connects to it. This thing here holds 30,000 liters, and this pulls behind. Just got a regular bumper hitch on it.
How much does that one hold?
The yellow one or the gray one?
I don't know which one. You're looking down right there. Yeah,
Oh, you're a little behind me.
biggest one. I
The biggest pull behind one's 30,000.
Does IT Runner make one?
You can put slurry in an IT runner, and it'll spread it, but you're better off to use something that would have an attachment that goes on the back of it, like
Right.
this thing here, so it's like consistent on where it's spraying it or whatever. You know, and
Gotcha.
this thing has a working width of 30 meters,
That's pretty wide. A couple of them, huh? Or just
and
one of them.
yeah, the thing that goes on the back of the Homer says it has a working width of 6 meters. I don't think that's right. I think it extends further than that, but and a 30-meter one might be too big.
Get two medium-sized ones or something that pull behind a tractor. We'd be all right, wouldn't we?
Yeah, like I'm thinking,
Or
see this
medium and a
silver
big
thing
one.
right here? The silver
Medium and
one
a big one.
holds 15, almost 16,000 liters, and it expands to 12 meters. So that would be workable in any
That'd be
field.
yeah, it
So I
would.
think get one of those
Goskins.
and one of these big ones,
Yeah,
and
that'd be a good call.
you know, like for my Johnson farm, I'll use this big one right here. That big
Yeah.
ass field that I got, and a couple of the other big fields. And I'm thinking I'm gonna keep one of these, and I might go ahead and keep it at my central farm, just so I can take it wherever I need to instead of keep having a bunch of these things. And then I'm gonna have two small ones and keep them on each one of my outside fields. So you want that same type of setup? You want one big one to keep it right, or one of your farms, and two of these small ones?
I don't know. Why don't you go see how far that goes? You know what I mean with what you're getting first. Don't you think? Just to see how far it goes.
You mean just
'Cause
open it
it
up?
eats it up.
Oh, you mean the
Once,
slurry itself?
yeah,
Yeah, we'll
'cause it
check it
eats it
out.
up quick.
Yeah, but I got 500,000 liters, man. There's a lot of it. I'm getting some really bad lag in this tractor. Like, it's not hard to drive or anything, it's just glitchy. Alright, check out the stream. I'm gonna open this thing up just so you can see the width of it. Yeah, I think that would work even in a small field.
Oh yeah, that'll work in a small field.
Yeah, I'm gonna open it up there. Yeah, there's almost 600,000 liters. I'm not even gonna put a dent in that stuff, man. Now,
Okay.
granted, I know we're gonna use a lot of it whenever we start putting it in the fields, and I'm pretty sure I have it turned off. I don't think that we have the AI rebuying that. Yeah. Slurry refill's off, manure refill is off. So, we'll see how much of it we use, but that should keep the solid fertilizer in the, in that planter. Shouldn't even bother putting it down.
Yep.
So yeah, well, I'm gonna take this small one over to the Roberts farm. And keep that big one there at the cows so I can easily get it from whatever farm if I need to. And this may end up being bigger. We might end up needing more than just one tank. We might end up keeping a big tank and a small tank at each one.
Need slurry storage tanks at our farms. Haul it back and forth.
That would be really beneficial. And you know, to haul it, we can haul it 100,000 liters at a time because
Yep.
I got that one that I've been hauling digest and everything in already.
The
So
thing to do.
yeah, don't have that mod turned on. So make sure before we start up tomorrow or whatever, next time we play, make sure you remind me to try to turn that slurry storage on so that that'll work out really good. Won't be taking all our pellet fertilizer, and then we can turn the refill for that off. Bam! That'll make you stop. Do I got another one of those buildings here because that one is apparently full. Alright, I like my half rounds the way that they are without shoving a bunch of stuff in there, so we're gonna check one of these buildings I bet one of these garages has something that's not very important that I can just fit everything in there.
What do you harvest coffee with? What head?
I'm pretty sure the normal, like, uh, grain head.
Okay.
Well, I guess we're gonna see if there's enough room for it to fit in there with that. It doesn't appear to be. Alright, that's just where it's gonna have to go. So it looks like we can get everything in and out like that. I got another farm where I got stuff jammed in and planters set up like that and it works, so I think we'll be alright. This building over here works so well the way that I have it set up with the planters and tractors that I really don't want to come in here and disturb this one, so we're just going to quit buying equipment for over here.
That's how you fix that.
Yeah, you can see just tractor on each corner facing outward. You can get in and out of there pretty easy. If you really want to, you can just move that harvester right out of there. If you had a bunch of these planters out and you were trying to get them parked back in there, you just pull the harvester out, park them in there real easy, and then pull the harvester back in. But that thing isn't cluttered. It's probably one of the few buildings I have that isn't that cluttered, so we're gonna let it alone. took a while to update on my end, but it shows you as a moderator under your chat thing there now. Unless it's just because I put the chat thing down and then put it back up, but you got a little blue wrench there.
I see the blue wrench.
Wow, you gotta watch that jump. I think I might be stuck. Oh yeah, it better come off there once it unloads it. That's what I'm talking about.
That's how you cotton up.
And we got Marty in here as a moderator now, but I'm hopeful that I'm gonna figure this stuff out enough that it's easy enough to explain to him that maybe we can get him streaming too, so you can see his perspective also instead of just hearing him or seeing him drive
Yeah.
around all crazy in front of me.
Gotta dumb it down for me, boys. That's all it is. I haven't had any playtime yet.
And if it comes down to it, what we might end up doing is there's programs out there where I can control Marty's computer. Once he gives me permission to, I might just have to go in there and set it all up for him and make it so all he's got to do is click the start streaming button and have at it.
Sweet.
I don't know that I'm that advanced yet. It's something that I would try. Be able to get everything working on my own computer, so I imagine it'd be as simple as figuring out the software, what you use to be able to take control of the computer, which I don't understand that as being very hard to use. So we'll see if it has to come to that.
I have that NVIDIA GeForce Experience thing, and I don't know if that kind of does that, some of that for you or two or not. I don't know. It looked like it kind of does.
I don't know if that works, but I know there's a program out there that, you know, you click a button. I know we do it at work with some of the software we have at work. When they have to update it, they got to go through and manually update it, and they call us up and tell us to approve them to do this stuff, and you know, we can sit there and watch them just controlling our computer like we're not touching a thing. So
Right.
I know that software is out there, and they have free versions of it that you can use. So if it comes down to it and we gotta try that, that might be what we do.
Almost be cool if you could split screen it, you know? That'd be kind of cool. I don't think you can do that, but
Uh, I'm sure with some video editing software you could make the video. You can make a video that way where it was split screen, and I'm sure there's some way to live stream it too, where it would be split screen like that. You would probably end up having to like stream to me, and then I would have to dual stream. But it's possible, I'm sure.
that, I just lost to the train, but it didn't hurt me too bad. It kept me on my wheel. Have fun with 56. Did you already harvest that?
I did once whenever it was, honestly, I don't remember what was in there. I harvested
Hemp?
something out of there, but
Have you
I'm the one.
harvested hemp?
No, I'm the one that planted that in there.
That wasn't a very good move.
No, I did that before I harvested the first field and seen how
Yep.
dense it was and how much Yeah,
Yep.
that's gonna be.
I got these little tiny ones by right field, 1412 and them, you know. I got one of them that's got it in it, and damn, he can't even make it one swath, and they're tiny field. You got 56, you're in trouble. You might have to have follow next to that thing, you know.
Something,
It'll fill it up
something for
easy down,
sure.
twice down that stretch. Guarantee it. What I'm seeing, yeah, twice. It's gonna have to empty it. This thing makes it one frickin' swath on this little field.
Well, that's what I said.
One
50, 55 where that rice is, man. It don't even make it one full swipe through there before I gotta unload it. And that's a pretty small field. That's one of the smallest fields I own.
mustard's kind of about the same, really.
Still think cranberries is one of the worst.
Is it? Well, remember that, and we'll put those kind of ones at my tiny fields in the right field
Yeah.
or right farm.
Oh, I know which ones yield really high. I think I've harvested a little bit of everything. Alright, we're gonna try to shove this big. Well, I guess we should go fill it up first. Go over here and fill this thing up, and then we're gonna try to shove this in one of them rectangle buildings. And honestly, the way I'm getting some lag right now, Marty, I wouldn't
Me
be that
too.
opposed to shutting this thing down. I think what we should do is, if we're gonna do it, go ahead and just let your harvesters go. Maybe go around and unhire the workers. Work on getting everything that you can get closed at your place that you don't need out. Like, let your workers equipment out there. Just unhire them. We'll get all our buildings closed up, save, restart it, and turn the mod on for the slurry refill tanks. Might even shut my computer down and restart it.
You want to
And then
start
we'll
doing
get
that
fired
now?
back up.
Let these guys start. I got guys harvesting right now.
It's up to you, man. Whenever you're ready to do it, but
Well,
I'm
let's
not
give
opposed
me
to
a
doing it
few.
for sure.
Give
Yep.
me a spot where I can kind of be ready and have not half done. It won't be long.
We'll just have 2 episodes today.
There we go. Part 1 and deuce.
I'm thinking we've been up long enough where we can move right on to the next episode. Man, this long stuff's hard to back in these buildings without changing your camera view. I hate changing the camera view. I think you can map a button to reset the camera view back to center.
360. Yep. I think
You
so
can do all
too.
that stuff, but I'm telling you, man, I'm running out of buttons.
Why not?
Man, I'm starting to think this thing isn't even gonna fit me.
Like I said, we might only
It's
be
in
able to
there.
use it certain. You got it in there?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the hitch ain't even sticking out. We're good. absolutely don't have any tractors that stay down here at the cows. So, or a planter, and I need one planter down here. I'm kind of tired of going back and forth between Johnson and here with planters or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and get a planter for this tractor. Just let this thing here. I got enough tractors at Johnson. What would really be awesome is if this thing would fit in this building, but kinda don't think it's going to. Might be close enough. We're gonna see what it does. I know it shoves it in there. It allows me to hook everything back up. I think we're doing it. Alright, Stan, I'll subscribe. whole cotton field done now, so I think. Wonder if you can slurry the fields like that, like the cotton and lavender, or if it has to be sprayed.
That's kind of a good question there.
Because that slurry spreader like has like a cultivator thing on it, I think. So it's probably gonna cultivate it under, unless you didn't use that attachment and just use a slurry tank. Huh. Well, we might need a tank that doesn't have that cultivator piece on, I guess. I didn't really think about that before. I think for now, if it's gonna cultivate it, which I'm pretty sure it is, I'll just keep spraying those fields until we see how fast we're going through slurry compared to what we make it. Because we might end up still having to spray or fertilize some of the places anyhow, depending on how fast we use it.
Got everything shut up at the right farm for the most part. I gotta work on where the pigs are.
Well, I'm going to check all my buildings now. You gonna be ready to shut down soon?
Yeah, pretty quick.
Definitely all closed up here. This fuel truck sitting out, but I think it's just gonna stay out here. time of waiting for all that water to come out of here. Now there's 583 liters left in there, so it's really close to being able to empty the rest of that out of there, which is good because we're going to need this truck when we come back in to start moving slurry around to some of the farms. You got a planter that's done up here at 36. You got something else you got to plant with it, or you want it back at the farm?
Just putting stuff away right now. So if it's done, go ahead and fold her up. We're at 36. Yeah, I'd say put it away. We're good.
You got a building open over there where it goes in?
I'm not sure.
You got a half round open, I can see as I'm coming up to it. You just want it in there.
Sure.
Got the Black Beauty package on this one.
Yep.
You want this building left open to put more stuff away, or close it up?
We're at, yeah, I got, that's my last one to put stuff away at.
So let it open.
Yeah, I'm about there next. That's my next stop. I don't have much left out there, so I think I'm good.
Yeah, I was kind of flipping through the vehicles, and
Yeah, I
for
got
as
a
much
lot
stuff
of,
as we have, there's not a whole lot of stuff sitting out.
no. I'm gonna go ahead and quit here. And I am out. I'll be right back.
Alright, I don't see any more workers out there. I think all the buildings are closed. So probably gonna shut down my computer, restart it, get a nice fresh start up, and we should be back up here within 10 minutes, I would think. So I'm gonna turn on the slurry storage mod so we can start. The only place we have storage right now is at the pigs and the cows. So we'll be able to haul that stuff out of there, keep it over by the farms, over by the fields where we need it, and we'll be back.